Scary but life-saving. Here are facts you need to know. If you smell something like rotten eggs suddenly, it could be a gas leak. Leave immediately. If you're being followed, head to a busy area and avoid going straight home. In a riptide, don't swim directly to shore. Swim parallel to escape the current. Always check the back seat of your car before getting in. If someone grabs you, drop to the ground, making yourself harder to carry. Keep a glass breaker in your car. Windows can jam during accidents. Simple actions, but they could be the difference between danger and survival. Scary but essential. Here are life-saving facts. If you feel like you're being watched, trust your instincts. Our brains are wired to sense danger. If you get lost in the woods, follow water downhill. It often leads to civilization. Locked in a trunk, pull the interior latch, or kick out the taillights to signal for help. In a fire, stay low to avoid deadly smoke inhalation. Most victims suffocate before flames reach them. If caught in a crowd surge, keep your arms in front of you like a boxer to create breathing space. These tips may be scary, but they could mean the difference between life and death. Scary facts that might save your life. If you're ever trapped underwater in a car, remember, wait until the car fills with water to open the door. Pressure needs to equalize. If you're choking and alone, use the edge of a chair to give yourself the Heimlich. Ever feel hair standing on end outside? Seek shelter immediately. Lightning may be about to strike. Never mix bleach and ammonia. This creates deadly toxic gas. When hiking, carry a whistle. 3 short blasts signal distress and can be heard much farther than shouting. These morbid but crucial tips could one day save your life. Facts that could save your life. Episode 17. If your house ever smells like fish for no reason, 9 times out of 10, it's because there's an electrical fire. If you're in a foreign country and you need to call for help, but you don't know the emergency number, call 112 and it'll automatically connect you to the nearest helpline. If a tornado looks like it's not moving, it's actually moving towards you. If you ever wake up to the smell of gas, don't turn on a light. The spark from the light switch could blow up your entire house. Facts that could save your life. Episode 18. Lying flat on your back is the best way to survive a falling elevator. If your hair ever stands up, duck and cover because you're about to be struck by lightning. If you ever fall off the platform edge onto the train tracks, don't try and crawl back up. There's a crawl space built to go underneath in case this happens. If a deer runs across the road, it's better to hit it than swerve into the ditch. But if it's a moose, then it's better to swerve into the ditch, because hitting a moose is like hitting a brick wall. Facts that could save your life. Episode 19. Even if you have no service, you can still dial 911. In an emergency, your phone will connect to the nearest tower. If you ever get kidnapped into the back of a vehicle, disconnect the brake light wires so the cops will pull them over. Then kick on the door to let them know that you're there. If you are ever buried in rubble, yelling will just waste energy. Try to grab something and start tapping at intervals of 3, and rescuers will notice the odd pattern. A lot of backpacks actually have a hidden whistle. Facts that could save your life. Episode 20. If your car ever goes into the water, open a door or window immediately. Before a natural disaster, fill up your tub and your sink so that you have access to emergency clean water. If your drink randomly smells like cinnamon, don't drink it. People often will use it to cover up the scent of actual poison. Sitting in the back of the plane in the middle seat has the highest chance to survive a plane crash. If someone points a gun at you, maintain eye contact. They will likely feel something, causing them to hesitate or move on from you out of embarrassment. Facts that could save your life. Episode 21. If you get pulled out by a riptide at the beach, swim parallel to the shore and swim around. Most drunk driving deaths occur on Saturdays between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., so avoid the roads at that time if possible. If you're skidding in a car, steer in the direction of the skid. If someone gets stabbed, do not pull the knife out. If you keep your iPhone face down when you're not using it, you will save battery because it won't light up for every notification that you get. Facts that could save your life. Episode 22. If you ever almost drown to the point of throwing up or passing out, you should still go to the hospital because your lungs can still fill with fluid over the next few hours. If the ocean is retreating, there is a tsunami coming. If a stranger gets in your car and tells you to drive somewhere, bump into a lamppost. You won't be useful to them anymore with a damaged car and attention on your scene. If you're being tied up, try to puff yourself up as much as possible while it's happening so that it will be easier to slip out. Facts that could save your life. Episode 23. In a stressful situation, point to someone and give clarity on who should call 911 instead of having everyone thinking they should just call 911. Do not inflate your life jacket before evacuating the airplane. In water landings, your life jacket in a rapidly submerging airplane will cause you to float to the top of the cabin and not be able to swim out. If you have to perform CPR, follow the beat of Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. If someone gets hypothermia, you need to heat them up gradually. Putting them next to a fire immediately will probably kill them. Facts that could save your life. Episode 24. If you ever get lost in the woods, always follow water downstream. In an emergency situation, you can use a crayon as a candle. It will burn up to 14 minutes. If you witness an accident, never take off the person's helmet. It could make a spinal or brain injury worse. If you have a wound on you, even a bug bite, and see a red streak from it following your veins, you have blood poisoning. If a service dog ever approaches you without its owner, follow it because you could save that person's life. Facts that could save your life. Episode 25. Do not put frostbitten fingers or toes in hot water for the same reason. Your blood cannot adapt as fast to the sudden change in temperature. If you ever feel like someone is following you, take 4 right turns. And if that person is still behind you, that means they are following you. Do not drive home. Just go to a police station and call the police on your way there. If you are ever chased by a polar bear, take off your clothes, get completely naked, and throw them on the ground. Polar bears have really short attention spans and will inspect the clothes before continuing to chase you. Facts that could save your life. Episode 26. If you ever come face to face with a mountain lion, just walk backwards from them. They will be waiting for you to turn around to attack. If there is an earthquake, do not go up or down any stairs. They can collapse. Hornets are angered by the color white, and if you think that taking off your white shirt is going to help, there is white in your eyeballs that they will still see. Facts that could save your life. Episode 27. Putting mud all over your body will keep you from being eaten alive by insects. If somebody ever has you at gunpoint or with a knife and is trying to take you to a private place, you just have to start screaming and fighting because even if you get shot in the leg, you're more likely to actually get found than if you get to the private place. You will likely not be found.